Hi, I'm Diane at Healing Bodies, Healing Souls. And I teach energy. I teach people to manifest, to be healthier mentally, physically, and emotionally, to stand up, to stand tall, and move forward and don't go backwards. So I have a great story when it comes to manifesting because I tell my clients I actually live what I teach. Yes, I do. And I enjoy this thing called life. I can manifest things. Why? Because I believe in myself and I believe in the universe. I believe in life. And I know that we're here to learn and to advance and struggle at times, but I also know on the opposite side of that, we're here to live full and bright and beautiful and advance our souls. So, with that said, a few years back, I went with a girlfriend to Mount Shasta, which is an amazing place. We went on a UFO conference, which was pretty groovy and pretty cool. And so day 2, a gentleman stands up to talk, and for some reason, I just liked him. He caught my attention. So I'm listening to him, and he said, "I'm James, and I have a private ranch in Washington State, and I have classes and healings that I do up there." And then he started talking about the healings, and I look at my girlfriend and I'm like, oh, I want to go. Oh, I want to go. And then he said, I closed my ranch the weekend of Thanksgiving because of weather. And that conference that I was at was in September. So I looked at her and I'm like, oh, I got to go before Thanksgiving. Hello. So I'm elevating, I'm raising, I'm getting excited, and I don't see any obstacles. I'm not focused on any obstacles. And so then he said something about the healings that he does, and then I look at my girlfriend, I'm like, oh, I've got to have that. Oh, I want that badly. So then he was done. We moved on. And I had met this one guy there. And so we had connected. And he's like, oh, he was talking about another guy. And I'm like, I didn't meet him there. I said, hook me up. So he's like, okay, I'll ask him if I can give you his info. So that took like weeks, maybe a month or so. And my friend called me and said, oh, he said yes. Here's his phone number. Give him a call, give him a text. And so it was Thursday at 5:30 p.m. I grabbed my phone. I called him. I said, hi, this is Diane. I just got your number from my friend. He's like, oh, I'm really glad that you called me right now because for the next 3 days, starting tomorrow, I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to James's private ranch. There's a thing going on this weekend. And I'm like, oh, it's my dream to go to his ranch. And he's like, well, somebody else was going to go with me. She can't. So I know that there's room. I know there's a place for you to stay. Come on up. And I'm like, it's Thursday. Now it's 6 o'clock. It's Thursday at 6 p.m. And you expect me to be there this weekend? He's like, well, you will or you won't. Challenge accepted. So I took a deep breath and I just said yes. I said, tomorrow morning I'll leave at 7 a.m. I drove straight through. Got there 12 and a half hours later, 7:30 p.m. And it was the weekend before Thanksgiving. I only had a few more days and he was going to close down. So I got there, didn't know anybody, met this one guy, just knew him by his name, hung out with some groovy people. And then I talked to James's helper, associate, and I said, I want a healing. And he's like, okay, we'll plan for it Sunday. So Sunday I got the healing. And the interesting part too is during the healing, he looked at me and he said, you know you're strong and powerful enough to do these healings. And I said, absolutely. So then when I left a couple hours after that, came home. I teach meditation and everything, and all this is online, just for you to know. And I told everybody about 3 weeks after I had been to James's ranch, I said, this sounds weird. It doesn't even make sense to me. But the minute he was done with that healing, I stood up. I get emotional. I stood up. I walked out. And I'm smarter. I'm actually showing up smarter. And my daughter was in the session, in the class, and in front of everybody. She said, I noticed. I'm like, whoosh. Why, it cleaned up so many patterns, so many patterns. What a blessing life is. So, what did I do? I manifested while I was sitting in Mount Shasta at a conference. I was feeling good. I was feeling lighthearted. I was open. I was accepting. I was excited. I said, yes, I want to go. Yes, I want the healing. Yes, I've got to do this. Do you see how I'm elevating myself without even really knowing? And then my friend hooked me up with a friend that got me there the weekend before he was going to close. And I got the healing that I wanted. And I'm smarter. The most beautiful part of this moment is you can do this too. You 100% can manifest more, because in truth, we always manifest. A negative person is going to manifest something negative. A positive person is going to manifest something positive. So it really is how you show up, is how you're writing your next chapter. So what I want to help you with is to show up lighter, brighter, show up with the ability to manifest from a clean heart, an open mind, a higher sense of knowingness, and then to get out of the way for the universe, for the energy to call in all the things it needs to call in. For me to have been able to drive in at 7:30 that night and have what I desired manifest, come into fruition, it's a damn good life. And yes, you can do it. You possibly just need some more tools, some more understanding, maybe some healing, maybe some cleansing. But can you do it? I absolutely know that you can. The question is, will you allow yourself to live this full? So, now that you're hopefully ready to live fuller and brighter and be more excited to be you in this lifetime, it's possibly time for you to reach out to me and let's get some work done. It's just going to be even better. So thank you for listening. Thank you for wanting more, because that's why you're listening, is to get information, to get education, to do you even more, even better. And so now it's time to put that into action. All my sessions are on Zoom. I do retreats. I can do one-on-one, but my sessions are on Zoom. I even teach meditation on Zoom. So you don't even have to travel. All you have to do is pick up the phone, make a free consultation, show up for yourself, show up for others around you, and be the light that you're looking for. So again, if you needed to remember, I am Diane, Healing Bodies, Healing Souls.com, and my phone number 510-468-1641. Use it. Grow, advance, get excited about being you. Because trust me, when I meet people that really like and love themselves and that want to expand, they're amazing people to hang out with. And I want people to think that of you. Satnam.